So JVM versus JDK versus JRE. So before I delve deeper into the differences or give you like some examples, I want to correlate with a real world analogy. So this is, let's say, an aquarium, and this aquarium is having water. So this is aquarium, and this aquarium is having water, and water having fishes. So let's say this is water, and here we have, let's say, fishes. So we have fishes. This is another fish, another fish. So these are, so this is a fish, and there are fishes here in the entire aquarium. Let's say this is a pond. Now in this aquarium we have water, and let's say like water is Java runtime environment. Java runtime environment. Fish is like a JVM. So it's a JVM, Java virtual machine. So Java virtual machine is running in water, like it's there in the water. So it's a Java process running in Java runtime environment. So without Java runtime environment, you cannot run Java process. So that's why we have fish in the pond or in the aquarium. JRE is Java runtime environment, and JVM is Java virtual machine, and it's basically a Java process running in the JRE. Now where is JDK? So JDK, let's say for cleaning this pond, we have these tools. So let's say we have these tools. So this tool is my, let's say, brush for cleansing it. So if you want to clean this tank or the pond, so you have this brush or broom, so you want to do that. So this is like additional tool. So if you see this tool plus JRE, JDK is Java Development Kit, and this is plus tools slash libraries, right? So libs, tools slash libs required for Java development. So JDK is equal to JRE plus tools and libs required for Java development. You can see this is water, and these are some additional tools. So what is the example of a tool from technical point of view? So let's say Java C, Java compiler. Java compiler is one of the tools that is part of JDK. So as a Java developer, if I'm doing any coding, so then I will be doing in .java files. .java files you will translate, you will compile it into .class files, and this is human readable, and this one is machine readable. So human readable is fine, like you can code it, you can write it, but machine readable is also called bytecode. This is bytecode, and this machine readable code will be bundled into jar files. It's a deployable component. So I am just writing, this is, let's say, a jar file, or you can consider it's just like a zip file, but it is not a zip file. It is combining all the class files together. So it's a deployable component, jar file, Java archive, and this particular jar file is having multiple class files. So you compile it, you bundle it, right, and then you can use it in your application. In general, this is like a jar which is having class files, which is machine readable bytecode. Now when you are compiling, then Java C is being utilized. So this is Java C being utilized here. So that's why we say that it is a tool for doing development, and it is part of JDK. So hope this gives you an idea where is JDK, where is JRE, and where is JVM. Now I also want to include daemons. So daemon in general, daemon process. Daemon may be Java process or may not be Java process, but daemon is a long running Unix Linux process. So in Windows, for example, let's say we have Windows services. I'm taking like a naive example related to Windows services. In case you are familiar with Windows services, then you would be able to correlate. So that's why I'm taking that example. But understand this part. This is something like the process which is always on, running behind the scene. It is long running. That's why I'm saying it's a daemon. Yeah, so this daemon may be Java or may not be Java. It can be C++ daemon also, like in Impala we have C++ daemons. So this daemon is actually like a shark. So big fish, for example shark. So these sharks are having longer lifespan than smaller fishes in the pond. So pond shark cannot even fit, but let's say in ocean. So we have shark and we have fish. So daemon is like a shark, and so this is another analogy that I wanted to mention because I will be using these terms JVM, daemon. So JVM daemon can exist. A particular JVM can be a daemon, but a daemon may not be a JVM. Yeah. So hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, you can ask on the Q&A section. But for the time being, I think this should give you a fair amount of idea what is JVM, JDK, JRE, and we will be using these terms wherever like we are working with the cluster optimization, or maybe when we talk about the internals of the technology, like when we are discussing architectures of the technology.